What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the weekly download. I hope you're doing fine and going well, and you had a great Thanksgiving. So, to all of my American folks out there, and everyone around the world, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday. And to everyone out there who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm thankful and I'm grateful for you for tuning in and watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I do these videos sometimes just because I feel I have a lot of information that I want to put out there, and it helps me actually vent and put a lot of the frustrations I have about production out there. And it's kind of like a little therapy session for me towards the camera, and you get to learn something as well. So today's lesson, I'm actually going to be teaching about the importance of production design. And why I'm talking about this is that over the past weekend, I actually had a shoot with a brand, and I had to do a lot of the production design. And usually I have a production designer or an art director, a food stylist, someone that helps me with the set. And when I have to do these on my budget, then I have a few things that I always stand by that I've learned over the years as a filmmaker and a film student and working with production designers that I want to teach you today. And the reason why production design is so important is that it can actually enhance your video's look and actually make it look in higher production value. In other words, it can make your video look more expensive than what it actually costs. And it's because having everything in your frame match the aesthetic, the vision, the brand, it really helps tell the story and just enhance the visual storytelling. It just makes it look much more consistent and put together, like you didn't just throw a bunch of things together or go to a random location or hire or rent an Airbnb without thinking about the set and the props and what goes into the frame. Now, one of the main things that you should do when it comes to production design is location scouting. So you have to go to your location of where you're going to film and see what you have to work with. Are you going to be using the on set or the location's props and furniture, the wall, art, whatever it is? Are you going to be using that or using your own props and your own decorations that you're going to bring so that it matches the aesthetic of the video that you want? So that's really important. So you have to go to the location, scout it, and see if it actually has everything that you need, or if you have to bring things to enhance or replace what's there. All right, location scouting is very key. The second thing is to then look online for reference videos or for inspirational, movies or music videos or content that actually match either your video or what your client wants, or something that just inspires you. If you want to watch a movie like Hype Williams' Belly, like a lot of his production design is really awesome, or Baz Luhrmann, whatever it is, look at other directors and movies and other inspirations that can actually show you how a great production designer actually works, and it can inspire you for your shoot. Or you can also just look into the actual industry itself. Let's say you're shooting a fashion video and you need to film it in a home. Then look for different fashion videos online, on YouTube, and look for different types of production design and sets that inspire you that can actually use for your set. All right. Then from there, you're going to create a mood board. Okay, so a mood board is very cool for a lot of folks out there that work visually, and you can do things from going on Google Images. You can go on Envato for stock images. You can go wherever you need to go to get those images for inspiration. But what you saw on those reference videos or those inspirational videos and also at the location, now you start putting everything together using Google Images and you start creating a mood board. Then from there, you have to start buying these things or renting them or buying them and planning to return them. So what you want to do is you can actually go on Walmart, you can go on Target, you can go on Bed Bath & Beyond, all these online stores, even Amazon, and you can start putting together all the items that you need in order for you to create the look that you want in your mood board. All right, and also think about the location that you just scouted. Then during that time, if you're working with a brand, this is a great time for you to start sharing the information and the photos with your brand. This is what I did with the past weekend, is that we had a mood board, and then from the mood board, we looked for the Airbnb. So I found the location that really fit the mood board. And then from there, Actually went from creative brief to the Airbnb because I had to look for something that looks like the creative brief the client created for me. Then I went to the mood board to come up with the different types of props that I needed. Then we went to Walmart and to Target and to Amazon and Bed Bath & Beyond and Michael's and Hobby Lobby. I did a lot of shopping in the past week. So the process can be a little bit different for you, but during this time when you are shopping online or you are looking for things to buy in person, it's great to share it with your clients so that they can approve the props and the decor that you are buying for the shoot. Very important, right? Because you don't want to buy hundreds of dollars worth of props and your client doesn't even like it. Okay, I know how that feels. It sucks. So have a online store available, like a wish list, so you can send it off to your client, and then all you have to do if they approve everything is press order. Simple. It's so simple these days to buy props and get them approved from your client. And of course, if you have to go in person, you can use online stores like e-commerce and just the online platforms of these, supermarkets or these big stores like Walmart and Target to see if it's in stock. So you're not driving to somewhere and you find out that the thing that you were looking for is not in stock. Okay, use your online resources to really help you with that. And at the same time, these online resources are super helpful because you can actually buy a bunch of things and order for pickup, right? If it's too soon, like if your shoot is too soon for shipping, then you can just go pick it up. Or if you don't trust your delivery service, you can just go pick it up. But what's great is that it's just like, curbside delivery during COVID. You can order everything online and have it ready for you to pick up. Okay. Then from there, it's really just making sure that you also have extra items for the props. Like you're not just going to buy one cup and then one plate for a food recipe shoot. You're going to buy maybe 2 or 3 or 4. The reason why is that you might want to switch it out if you're using them in the scene. Let's say you're pouring wine into a glass. So you're not like, if you have to reset for the shot, you have to pour out the wine and then re-clean the glass so it looks nice. Like you would want to have something on the side, like an extra glass, to actually refill or replace the glass for the next shot. And it's also great to have extras just because something might break or something might not look the same that it was online. There may be some modifications that, are per item. So it's always good to have extra items so that you can actually use or prepare for the worst. And also you might be able to use it to fill in the shot. Like this past weekend, I had just these extra fake flowers that I bought online that I thought I was just I thought I wasn't gonna use them, and it turned out to be the crucial item and prop that we needed for a shot because it covered a lot of things in the background that we needed to cover. And so it's really important to buy extra items and props that, yes, your client can approve, but also maybe things that are a little extra that you think that your client will approve, that you feel will add to the background, just in case, right? Like if they approve white flowers and you show them a bunch of white flowers that they approved, then maybe you can also find different variations of the white flowers so that you can have things to fill on a wall, to fill on the ground, to use for props in the actor's hands, maybe even for wardrobe, whatever it is. Like it's really important to have extra items just in case. All right. And then now, once you have all the items, you're ready to go on set and you're ready to actually, design the set. It's all about making sure that you don't distract too much from the main action. All right. There are music videos out there where it's just production design heavy, but you remember you're focusing on the music. Maybe the artist, you're looking at the artist, but a lot of music videos are all about the production design sometimes. Like it's all yellow room, things on fire, or visual effects with production design, whatever it is. Like it's hard to replicate that for a branded content or a video that's trying to sell a product, because you want to actually have all the action in the center and all the attention to the center. So you don't want a crazy set and you're trying to sell a bottle of an energy drink and you have a wide shot. It just doesn't make sense unless, of course, you have some awesome technique that you're going to use with VFX and with your camera movements and whatnot. This is for more advanced people, but for a lot of the people out there who are just trying to make a set look nice and actually on brand and make a client happy, you really want to make sure that you don't distract too much from the actual action itself, from the product or the action with the actors. Okay. And so make sure that you don't like over stylize like a corporate video. Okay. If it's just a person that's in the chair talking about their corporation, you don't need to have, a bunch of props around in the background with, flashing lights and whatnot. Like just focus on the action. Okay. That's the most important thing. At the same time, use props and items and decor to really enhance the story, right? You can also use props and items to focus the action, right? You can use lines. There's different advanced techniques with production design where you can use the actual props themselves to guide the viewer's eyesight towards the subject. If you want to practice that, you can use lines on lamps or on items on a table or with just different types of props when people will follow that item, and then you can see the action on screen that you're supposed to focus on. All right. And also when it comes to props on set, just make sure that, they aren't so delicate and that your actors know. Just because I've dealt with that before with utensils and plates and anything that's glassware. All right. Just be careful. If someone tips it over during action, drops it, falls on the ground, you got broken glass everywhere. Okay, and you have to fix that. So be mindful of how fragile your items are and let the actors or the talent know so that they're not throwing things around and things break. And also, when it comes to the storytelling and using items for storytelling, just make sure that the client also approves and that you're not just adding random things that the client didn't know about, right? So, of course, have the client approve a lot of the things you use on set to make sure that everything is on brand. Okay, so those are the things that I've learned over the years when it comes to production design. Honestly, it really is helpful if you hired a production designer and an art director. It's not my forte, just because I focus more on the on-screen performance as well as the camera, the lighting, lenses, and then producing as well. And that's just who I am. I'm just not a really production design, art direction kind of person. So it really is good to hire an art director or hire one part-time to do consulting. You don't have to hire them to be on set, to buy all the items. You can have them consult. Go and staff me up. Go on mandy.com. Find yourself a production designer. Say, hey, can I pay you just this amount to consult on this project with me? You don't have to be on set. You don't have to buy. You don't have to set things up. I'll do it all. I'll do all of it. I just need you to give me advice. That's another great way for you to utilize a production designer for your sets. And a lot of the folks out there who do corporate videos and really I don't want to say basic, but straightforward videos, use the things that are in the office. Like let's say you went to a factory and a facility and you don't have much to bring, right? Because you don't want to, again, bring items that have nothing to do with the story and the client doesn't approve. Work with what you got at the location. Goes back to the location scout. Okay, find that area of the factory or the office where you can do interviews or shoot the action that you want for B-roll. And then just make sure that you just change things in the background so it looks clean. Don't have a messy workbench or, a trash can or a toilet in the background, okay? Just make it look nice or just use framing to cut out parts of the office or the factory that are messy, right? Make things look clean. Sometimes you could use lighting, right? Just don't light that area. Or if you like that area, light it up. Throw another light out there to show the schematics on a wall from an engineer. Okay, so using things on set is also very helpful, and that's why when you have a location scout, it's important because then maybe you don't even have to buy a lot of things to make the set look great. Okay, hopefully this was helpful today. I really wanted to talk about this because a lot of amateur filmmakers out there and videographers, even myself, right? Like we skip over production design because we feel like everything's going to be on set, or we could just make it look good using color correction and the right lens and camera movement. Honestly, if you want to make something that looks high in production value, production design is it. Okay, so really focus on production design if you can. And when you work with a client, you can add that to your budget, your prop, budget. And it really is helpful because it just makes your portfolio look so much more impressive than, shooting in dental offices or in factories or in parks where you don't really focus or put any attention at all to production design. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful. Again, if you like this video, please like, comment, or share this with anyone you think would find this helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below or email me at mitchell@videocontentschool.com. And if you want to learn anything else I haven't talked about yet, please leave a comment or email me. I really want to teach things that you want to learn about and that will be helpful for the community, for all your new videographers or your established videographers or video creators or executive producers who have their own companies. Okay? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.